Collective. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are doing amazing. I just had 2 relatively weird readings, so we're going to use the What's the Vibe deck because I need to know what's going on. Something very strange. I don't know. But we need more information. I didn't want to break off at the end of that reading. And if you haven't seen it, it's the one before this one. Very weird. So I'm going to pull some cards because I've been doing this the last 2 readings. So we'll see what we get. So we got a Jack-o'-lantern. And obviously if the reading doesn't fit for you, then it's not yours. If it does, then it is. A peace sign. But I feel like pulling these charms is a way for you to know it's your reading. A snowflake. And I actually had letters too, and I forgot to bring those up. Saturn. An apple. One more, Spirit. Oh my gosh, a seahorse. All right. I don't know. All right. So we're going to start off with the What's the Vibe deck because something is going on in the universe. So let's see if we can figure out what that is. So Holy Angels, Holy Spirits. What does the collective need to know? And again, this is a general. We'll just see what happens. I was going to do signs today, but I think I'm going to stay away from that for now. Maybe restart that tomorrow. All right, so what's the vibe, Spirit, on what is going on in the universe this evening? Boundaries. Okay, so that did come out earlier. Glow up. Okay. Smell the roses. Slow down. Take time. Intimacy. Mutual respect. Closeness. Healing. Okay. We'll pull a few more and then we'll see what's actually going on here. Longing. Antisocial. In your feelings. Silent treatment. Left out. Trapped. Suffering in silence. And nightlife. Striptease, gambling, Vegas. And I'm feeling the need to get just one more. Toxic. Okay. So I've saged this room a couple of times. So let's just see. Let's pull tarot and see who or what we are dealing with here. Because it's been a very strange evening, to say the least. So, and I've been feeling Spirit nagging at me all day to do a reading, and I didn't have time until now. It's just been a crazy day. So, what do we need to know about boundaries? Just respect. Enough is enough. What does the collective need to know, Spirit? King of Wands. Defending yourself. So you're standing your ground, you're protecting yourself from somebody or something. What about glow up? 4 of Swords in reverse. So I feel like this to me says that you are moving in a positive direction, right? You're not taking a break. You're not resting. You are moving forward with your plan, whatever that is. Ace of Cups in reverse. Something is preventing you from moving forward. And you're not using your intuition. Not to be negative, Nelly, but it appears that you are not using your intuition. What about toxic? My cat is doing something out there. I have no idea. The Tower. Oh shit. Sudden changes, chaos, destruction. Related to, what about this spirit? What about the Tower? Four of Wands. Celebrations. Stability. So you had to let something go, whoever you are, in order to have this Tower moment. And the Tower, I always tell people, it's not like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. So like, let's say you get fired from your job. Nobody wants to get fired from their job, right? Or let's say you leave a job because the expectations are just unreasonable and you just feel like you can't do it. So you leave the job and you find another job that fits better. So that's the Tower. So I feel like, or it could be leaving a relationship that you're not happy in. Nobody wants to leave a relationship. It's terrible, right? There's moving, there's crying, there's hard feelings, there's all of those things. So nobody wants to end a relationship and nobody wants to hurt anyone else's feelings. But obviously, if you are using your intuition, which to me, this says that you are not, to get to this Four of Wands. So maybe this is an important message for somebody that in order to get to where you can smell the roses and you're not feeling trapped or stuck, you need to take action. I mean, you're having a glow up and you are defending yourself against something, someone or something. So let's keep going. Three of Pentacles. So you have a team. You have support. What about healing and self-care, Spirit? What is going on here? Knight of Swords. This came out in the last reading too. It's so funny. I did a reading for myself the other day, and this is totally off topic, but I was questioning whether I should reach out to someone or not, and the cards were like, yes, yes, yes. Yes, you should. You should. So I feel like being direct is the best way to get through this and start this healing process. What about longing, Spirit? Five of Swords in reverse. So the conflict is over. It looks like you possibly could have been bullied by whoever this is and felt trapped. What else, Spirit? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So, again, I know I said this, but something is halting the progress. You can't grow when you're not being watered. So I feel like you are on your way to a glow up, but that's going to involve you really paying attention to your intuition, paying attention to yourself. What else, Spirit? What else? What about trapped? Two of Cups. So you're on your way to a spiritual connection, a happy connection. What about suffering and silence? The Lovers in reverse. Yeah, so I would say you are definitely in the midst of a breakup. Someone who you thought was your twin flame. And I feel like you couldn't express your desires. You couldn't move through your feelings. Maybe it was frowned upon. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it just feels like it's coming down from the ethers here. What about nightlife? The Star in reverse. Yeah. whoever this is has like put a negativity shroud on your life. All right. We're going to need more information. All right. So, Spirit, we need more information. So, this breakup, this moving forward through this toxic drama, what else can you tell us about what's happening here? What does the collective need to know? That you need laughter and joy, and that if you can't have happiness and joy with this person, then you're not going to get your Ace of Cups or your Seven of Pentacles or anything that you want. What else, Spirit? What else does the collective need to know? This card does not belong. Oh, yes, it does. Hold on. Vacation. So you need a vacation. Puzzled is in reverse, and I think we're going to take that because I think that you're done being confused. Whatever the situation is, you realize you need more happiness, more joy. You need a getaway. You need fun. This is cutting ties in reverse. What about that, Spirit? Yeah, that you're dealing with a karmic person, a hater. All right, one more card for what the collective needs to know about this. Apology in reverse. Whoever this person is, they are unapologetic. You aren't going to get what you want from them, no matter how much you want it, I guess is what I'm saying. So if you're expecting them to fall down on their knees and beg for forgiveness, it's not going to happen. Sometimes we just have to let people go and love and light and just hope for the best. I have a friend the other day, because we were talking about, not saying like, I hope you get hit by a bus or whatever, which is something I used to say, but I don't say that anymore. So she said, she's like, I hope you get the day you deserve. And how perfect is that, right? Like that you get the day that you actually deserve. Because whatever you're putting out in the universe is what you're going to get back. So I feel like we need a couple more cards. Let's see what this is a relatively new deck. So let's see. This is Gateway of Light Activation Oracle deck. So what does the collective need to know about this, about their moving on, their laughter, their joy? What do they need to know about this? Because I feel like that's where it's at. If you can't laugh with the person you're with, it's probably not good. Time to shine. How amazing is that? Awakening. Inner vision, seeing things clearly. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it couldn't be any clearer. But let's get an advice card, because you know I like to do that, and then I'll just be getting cards all day. And sorry about my hair. It's like trying not to do anything to it so that it gets like shiny and magical. So this is what my hair normally looks like. It's like a curly hot mess. So this is how it's gonna be moving forward. No straightening, no drying, no none of that, because we're trying to get it back to healthy. All right. And not that I have to apologize for that. I don't know why I said that, but just, it's usually straight and manicured and neat and everything. And today it's just all over the place. So advice card for my friends here. Listen to your body's subtle cues. It holds the answers that you seek. sensory awareness. Heighten your sensory awareness. It supports your intuitive flow. And mind and heart harmony. When mind and heart align, your intuition becomes crystal clear. So I'm just going to say one thing about this, and I know I say this to my friends a lot, like, what does your body tell you? Like, when you're with someone that really makes you happy, that really brings out your joy, and that you just, you know, you can't stay away from, you get like those butterfly, bubbly feelings, and it doesn't last, you know what I mean? Like, when you're in a relationship for a long time, you still get those happy feelings, but it's different than the butterfly feeling. But my point to this is that if someone is making you feel physically sick, or you worry about the sound of their car in the driveway, things like that, those are signs that the situation is not going well. And as far as, you know, heightening your sensory awareness, I would say meditate. Because when you give yourself that time to breathe and relax and become one with yourself, everything aligns, and you know the answer. Sometimes that answer is hard to take. So anyway, I hope that this helps. Please let me know if this resonates, because this, like I said, all the readings are just like something big is happening. Some big change is coming. So let me know if this is you, who is no longer confused and moving through cycles. All right. I hope you guys are amazing. I hope you're having a wonderful night. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.